Hey Mom, I'm back. I got home safely. It is about 9:50 California time, which means it's about almost 1 o'clock New York time. So I'm tired, but I wanted to give you a welcome me home video. It was so amazing to spend the last week with you. But I think the YouTube channel got a little neglected. My hair looks really ridiculous right now because it was in a ponytail with a headband, and now it's not in a ponytail and there is no headband. So yeah, I'm gonna put that back up. Anyway, on the docket for today are two very simple things to try to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and get me in bed as fast as possible, which I know we both want. First thing I'm gonna do is share with you my daily gratitude list. So, tonight's daily gratitude list. Number 1, playing apples to apples. I had an amazing time with you and Dad and Odetta all playing apples to apples. I'm so glad it worked out, and I think you had a good time. I had a good time. Giant squid was really funny, but I don't remember what it was to. I know Dad put it. And my love life. That was the other funny one. And I know Odetta put it, but I don't remember what the word was. Okay. Number 2 on my list is reading with Mom. I'm going to read with you. Number 3 is getting in an hour early. Haha, my plane got in an hour early. You hear that ticking? That is the loudest clock in the entire universe. I just thought I'd mention that. Okay. Number 4, an aisle seat. Always good when you drink the way that I do. Not alcohol, but liquids. I drank, I got 4 cups of water, 2 cans of club soda. So, yeah. 5, having companions to walk with. I met 2 people at the airport in the bathroom who had just come from New York too, who I knew from UCLA. And then we met 3 other people, so there were 6 of us, and another 2 people in the flyaway. So there was like tons of people, and we got to walk together. 3 of us walked together, which made it so much easier to come back from the flyaway. A car ride to the airport from Dad, who picked up the car from, I think it was Margaret, which was awesome. Or something. I don't know who it was from, but yeah. Fast flyaway pickup. Didn't take very long to wait for the flyaway. 8 is Samara taking care of Ices, because she's here and she's alive. So that's good. 9 is text messages from friends. I got off the plane, I turned on my phone, and I got a message from my friend that said, I hope you had a good flight, which was nice. And number 10 is sleep, because I'm going to get some of that tonight. Even though I have a meeting in the morning, I don't have to wake up until like 7, which means if I go to sleep by 10, which I'm totally planning on doing because it's in like 10 minutes from now, that means that I would get a full 8 hours and almost 9 hours of sleep. Sweet. Now hold on for part 2 of your video. Chapter number 27. Now, you and I both haven't read this chapter, and it's called The Promised Land, which I thought was really kind of symbolic and cool. It's only like a page and a bit, but a page front and back and a bit. But I figured 1 chapter, and I'll see where I am after that. The Promised Land. Enabling the dreams of others can be done on several different scales. You can do it one-on-one the way I worked with Tommy, the Star Wars dreamer. You can do it with 50 or 100 people at a time the way we did in the Building Virtual Worlds class or at the ETC. And if you have large ambitions and a measure of chutzpah, you could attempt to do it on a grand scale, trying to enable the dreams of millions of people. I'd like to think that's the story of Alice, the Carnegie Mellon software teaching tool I was lucky enough to help develop. Alice allows introductory computing students and anyone else, young or old, to easily create animations for telling a story, playing an interactive game, or making a video. It uses 3D graphics and drag and drop techniques to give users a more engaging, less frustrating first programming experience. Alice is offered free as a public service by Carnegie Mellon, and more than 1 million people have downloaded it. In the years ahead, usage is expected to soar. To me, Alice is infinitely scalable. It's scalable to the point where I can picture tens of millions of kids using it to chase their dreams. From the time we started Alice in the early 1990s, I've loved that it teaches computer programming by the use of a head fake. Remember the head fake? That's when you teach somebody something by having them think they're learning something else. So students think they're using Alice to make movies or create video games. The head fake is that they're actually learning how to become computer programmers. Walt Disney's dream for Disney World was that it would never be finished. He wanted it to keep growing and changing forever. In the same way, I am thrilled that future versions of Alice now being developed by my colleagues will be even better than what we've done in the past. In upcoming iterations, people will think they're writing movie scripts, but they'll actually be learning the Java programming language. And thanks to my pal Steve Siebold at Electronic Arts, we've gotten the okay to use characters from the best-selling personal computer video game in history, The Sims. How cool is that? So cool, I love The Sims. I know the project is in terrific hands. Alice's lead designer is Dennis Cosgrove, who was a former student of mine at the University of Virginia. Another former student who became a colleague is Caitlin Keller. She looked at Alice in its earliest stages and said to me, "I know this makes programming easier, but why is it fun?" I replied, "Well, I'm a compulsive male, and I like to make little toy soldiers move around on my command, and that's fun." So Caitlin wondered how Alice could be made just as fun for girls, and figured storytelling was the secret to getting them interested. So for her PhD dissertation, she built a system called Storytelling Alice. Now a computer science professor at Washington University in St. Louis, Dr. Keller, is developing new systems that revolutionize how young girls get their first programming experiences. She demonstrated that if it is presented as a storytelling activity, girls become perfectly willing to learn how to write software. In fact, they love it. It's also worth noting that it in no way turns the boys off. Everybody loves telling stories. It's one of the truly universal things about our species. So in my mind, Caitlin wins the all-time Best Head Fake Award. In my last lecture, I mentioned that I now have a better understanding of the story of Moses and how we got to see the Promised Land but never got to set foot in it. I feel that way about all the successes ahead for Alice. I wanted my lecture to be a call to my colleagues and students to go on without me and to know I have confidence that they will do great things. You can keep tabs on their progress at www.alice.org. Through Alice, millions of kids are going to have incredible fun while learning something hard. They'll develop skills that could help them achieve their dreams. If I have to die, I'm comforted by having Alice as a professional legacy. So it's okay that I won't set foot in the Promised Land. It's still a wonderful sight. Night, Mommy.